Brothers and sisters, welcome to the fourth week of Advent. It's getting close, so if you have paper cuts on your hand from all your wrapping of presents, that's good. Such is the season. But I just want to take a moment today to talk about the week that we're approaching, because this final week of Advent leading into Christmas is very intentional. I spoke about it the first Sunday of Advent in my homily, but it bears repeating. This next week is the darkest week, scientifically speaking, of the entire calendar year. It's the winter solstice. And so that's very intentional on the church's part. We celebrate the coming of God as a little baby, the light of the world, in the darkest point in the year. And so in our own lives, there's something significant to that. You could imagine, you remember as a kid when the lights would go out, the power would go out, and your mom or dad would light a candle. Well, what did everybody focus on in your house? They focused on that candle, that light in the midst of the darkness. And so this week is a time to be very intentional, to actually not shy away from our darkness, but to actually, be there, occupy that space, and to be present to the light, that candle, to be present to Jesus who's coming, to light up your darkness and my darkness. So outside, as the darkness becomes more apparent, the days become shorter. Actually, in the midst of the darkness, what's the most obvious thing is the light. And the same thing in our life. When the darkness is really apparent, when there's things that are difficult, and we all have them, there's no shame. You hear me say that literally every single Sunday. There's no shame in having difficulties, in having struggles, in having things that are going on in your life. I think sometimes we feel like each of our struggles are unique in that nobody else struggles, and that's just not true. Jesus himself on the cross struggled. But the point here is, in your particular darkness, the darker things are, the darker it is outside, the more obvious the light is. And that's what we're celebrating on Christmas. And so in your heart, in your darkness, in the things that are hard and heavy in your life, I just invite you, prepare the way, light that candle, and really let, on Christmas, be born into your life a light of freedom and peace and joy and hope. To start to experience heaven on earth. That's what we're going for the birth of Jesus in your life, because he is the light of the world, and he's going to bring that to each of you.